Hey, Facebook friends, I'm dual broadcasting on Periscope too, so I'll be talking to everybody in both places. Today, we're going to talk about feeling balanced and the 7 F's of life, okay? So grab a notebook, grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, a cute pen if you have it, grab something to write with so you can take notes or come back when you can take notes. But that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to tell you what the 7 F's are and how to feel more balanced. But listen to me. I don't believe that balance is an actual thing that we can achieve. I don't think we can have everything perfectly balanced all the time. I think that's a mistake. Hey, Amanda, I think that's a mistake to believe that we can actually balance our lives, every area, perfectly. But you can work on areas at different times so that you feel more balanced. So that's what I'm going to get into and tell you how to do today. If you want to hang out, that would be awesome. If you would, please share this to your pages, to your followers, Periscope, invite your followers in if you would, or share on your social media. Let's bless people. I forgot to put that in the title. I should have. I will later. But please be a blessing and share this out so that we can get the word out to everybody. And I'm going to put on a little bit of frankincense because I'm just kind of wound up today. Thank you, Amanda, for sharing, dear. Y'all, telling you, frankincense cures everything. Okay, I'm ready to go now. All right, so I'm Melody Reynolds. How are you? Happy day, happy Tuesday. And I am a very busy lady. I run a business from home. I homeschool. I'm married. I take care of a home. And I'm busy. Like, aren't we all? Don't you seem like you're always going and doing something and have a lot going on? And so what can happen when we have all these important things that are important to us, because I share a lot about my faith as well. That's a huge part of my life. So that has to take time in each of my days. I have certain things that I always want to make sure that I give time and attention to. And I want to make sure that I'm giving time and attention to things that are important and not things that are not important, because we can go down a very big long hole, a very deep pit of things that are unimportant, and then the end of the day comes and you go, where did all the important stuff go? We want that not to happen. So one of the ways that I am able to feel balanced, because I don't believe that we can truly spin, like, have you ever seen those variety shows where people spin the plates on the wooden dowels and they have to keep spinning them and spin? I can't do that. I'm at a point in my life I can't spin all the plates. Anybody else feel like that? That you just can't spin all the plates all the time? Drop me a 1 in the chat box if you feel like you're trying to spin 1,000 plates, but some of them are probably crashing as we speak, right? So, hey girl, how are you? Hey Jamie. Yes, so you feel it too. So I kind of got tired of feeling like that all the time, and along came, I found out about the 7 F's. Now, this is not my idea. I got this from a book and a concept called OOLA, O-O-L-A. It's OOLA, and it's just about living an OOLA life. Hey, Vivian, so you feel me too. And Amanda feels me. So if you're living an OOLA life, it just means, you feel balanced. You give time and attention to things that are really important. So the 7 F's help me to do that. And I'm going to go over them with you. And I want you to do this for me. Grab a piece of paper. And what I want for you to do is each of these areas that I tell you about, because this will basically cover all the important things in your life. I want you to assign a number to it of how satisfied you are with the particular area. Okay? So like a 1 would be you're not satisfied at all. And a 10 would be you're very satisfied in that area. Because at the end, I want you to look at them individually as I go through, and I want you to really think, how do I feel? And just write it down on your paper. Like, how do I feel about this area of my life? Because at the end, the areas that you feel great about, you're doing good at, you don't have to focus on as much as the areas that maybe you rate a 1, a 2, a 3. Okay? And this will give you direction for where you need to be spending your focus and your time and your energy. So, the first F is my favorite. Some of these are pretty much all these are my favorite. The first F of the 7 F's is faith. So, how do you feel about your faith? Are you spending time with God every day? Do you read your Bible? Do you even feel the need to? Do you feel like you understand your Bible? Do you feel like distant from God, or do you feel very close to God? Do you feel like your faith walk is pretty good, or do you feel like you've neglected that? And just be honest, I'm not going to see your answers. Nobody else will see them. This is just for you. Number 2, family. Are you spending quality time with your family? If you're not, rate that a lower one. If you are, rate it a higher one. Fitness. I'm giving you that look because I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, she's their fitness. Your fitness. For real, are you taking care of your body? Are you moving every day? Are you eating well? Do you feel good? Are you taking care of that part of your life? Finances. Here's another one nobody wants to talk about. Some of us have a hard time with finances. How are your finances? Are you struggling? You give yourself a 1. Are you doing okay? Paying the bills, a little left over? Maybe you'd have a 5. Amanda, I'm eating pizza. You better be veggie pizza, Amanda. I'm just kidding. Or do you have your finances kind of shored up and you're good in that area? Field. And field is your career. Stay-at-home moms, that's your career. Okay? If you own your own business like me, that's your career. Or if you have a job, that's your career. How do you feel about it? Like, do you love what you do every day? Do you wake up and go, oh, I can't wait to work today? Or do you wake up and think, oh my word, I hate going to work? Friendships. Do you have good quality friendships? Now, you don't have to have a lot. This doesn't mean you got 8,000 friends on your Facebook page. I guess you can only have 5,000, but you know what I'm saying. Doesn't mean you have 5,000 friends. It means, do you have some people, can only be one person, that you trust, that you can talk to, that you can go to when you need something, when you need advice? Or do you really want to find new friendships? So rate that. Fun. Fun is one of the F's. It's the last F. Fun. Do you have some fun in your life? I think we've really gotten away. This is one I personally struggle with. I have to make time. It's one of the ones that I rate lower because I love to work. Working to me is fun. This is fun. Talking to people about my business is fun. Helping people grow their businesses is fun. Educating people on how to use essential oils for me is fun. Like, I enjoy it. I don't want to go get a job and do something else. I want to be doing what I'm doing right now. But I have to look at my life and go, am I having fun in other areas that's not just work? And honestly, sometimes it's hard for me to make time to do something just for sheer fun because I really like my work. And that's a goal I have right now. I really have some big goals with my business. So think about those 7 F's: your faith, your family, your fitness, your finances, your field, your friendships, and your fun. Vivian says, I struggle with fun, but I need it. Right. Exactly. We do. And honestly, when you take the time to go do something for fun and relax, and it really makes you a better you, I think. You know, I think it makes you more creative. I think it makes you feel relaxed. I think it's good for relieving anxiety. You know, like I love to dance. I love to dance. I used to dance every weekend. Used to love line dancing, all of that. I haven't done that in years and I miss it. I really miss it. So, you know, I want to find some different ways to incorporate some fun in my life. That's kind of just for me. You know, family fun, yes, but also some fun for just me. Hey, Rebecca, you too. Isn't that funny? I think a lot of us are going to rate that one really low on the scale because we don't always see that as an importance. Dance around the house. I do that. And we have a couple of those dance video games, and I love those. I think those are so fun, and it's exercise, so win-win. And I love to sing, so a lot of times I will jam out, you know, in my house, and people will probably think I'm nuts if y'all saw me dancing around and singing, but it lightens the load sometimes for me. And I have to get myself out of my little bubble of, you know, my goals and pushing forward and go, I just need to relax and just do something for the sheer fun of it. I think we don't think of it as a priority because sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes we feel a little guilty if we take the time to have fun, especially us moms, because sometimes that means you got to have fun somewhere beside you. You can have fun with your kids, but sometimes you need to go have some adult fun, right? Maybe you just want to hang out with some adults and go out to dinner or something. So Christy says, I play those dance games with my kids. They think I'm nuts sometimes. Exactly. Everybody winds up laughing, right? And I get pretty dang good at them too. I'm like, I should be in a video. I'm like, where's MTV? Does MTV even still exist? Somebody should put me in a video. I am totally one of the dancers today. And that used to be my fun. I used to love MTV. So I love music videos and things like that. So, and get really honest with yourself. Look at those 7 F's, and here's how you feel more balanced. The ones you rated high, you've got it going on in those areas. But look at the ones that you rated low. Now think about, like, pick the lowest 3. You don't have to do, if all 7 are like 1s, pick 3. Don't overwhelm yourself. And really think about, are you making time for these things, and how can you improve from a 1, a 2, or 3 to an 8, a 9, or a 10? What can you do? So for faith, if you don't feel like fulfilled in your faith life, then some of the things I would suggest is, you know, getting in an online Bible study community. Learning to read your Bible. I have a free Bible study course. It's on my website. I'll put a link to it here. It's at melodiereynolds.com. MELODYE Reynolds.com. It's for free. It will teach you how to read your Bible in 5 days. I promise. Learn to read your Bible. Learn to that will help you to get to know God. Pray more. You know, take time to get by yourself. I go out in my backyard when it's nice. I tell the family, I'm going outside for 30 minutes. Everybody else hanging out in here until I'm done. I'll text you when I'm done, and I go walk my yard, or I sit in my yard and I pray. And when it's wintertime, I go in my bedroom and I shut the door. You know, are you making time for that? If it was family, if I rated that low, you know, are you working too much? If you are, you need to carve out and make time. I put things on my planner. One of the things I do with my daughter is we still read together every night. I read aloud to her. She's 11, but I read a book out loud to her at night. And that's in my planner. That's our time, just she and I, to hang out together and read. So I plan it. We have supper together every night. All of us don't have breakfast and lunch together, but we always make sure we have supper together. So I block out an hour to have supper. Because if I don't, I'll work or I'll clean and do things that aren't fulfilling me in that area. Fitness. If you're struggling with fitness, find some fun ways. Listen, I promise you, I don't like to exercise, but I like how I feel after I exercise. So those dance games, find fun ways to move. It doesn't have to be that you're just on a treadmill, although I love my treadmill. It doesn't have to be that. I hula hoop sometimes. I have a rebounder. I'll have to show you guys. I have a Pilates machine that has a rebounder on the bottom of the machine, and I bounce. And I usually will turn on some really good music and bounce to the beat. I have a slider board. So a lot of hockey players will use this, but you have these little booties you put on, and you have this board, and you slide from side to side. I turn on my music. I make it like I'm doing a dance video again. I'm sliding. I play badminton with my family in the yard. Find ways to intentionally get yourself moving. And they don't have to be like boring, blah stuff. Make it fun. Finances. If your finances are not the greatest, how can you fix that? Maybe you need to take a course where, number 1, time with the Lord. Number 2, hubby. 3, kids, and everything else. Exactly. If you're struggling in your finances, how can you fix that? So when I was struggling a lot, I started listening to Dave Ramsey. I started reading some of his stuff. I started implementing some of his systems. It was just that I wasn't, we're really not taught about finances. A lot of us are not. And so we go out on our own and we don't make the best choices, or, we're just not that savvy about it. So are there some books you can read? Start with free resources. I know he has a podcast. I'm in the Facebook group, the Dave Ramsey Facebook group, because there's always good suggestions in there. Do you need to bring in more money? Maybe you need to be like me and start a home business. I just paid my mortgage today from my check from my Young Living business. That helps my family tremendously. Tremendously. He is the bomb. I really do like Dave Ramsey. So start thinking about what can you do. Field. Now this one's a little harder, okay? So your career, whatever you're doing, stay-at-home moms, again, I'm going to remind you, that's your field. But for those of you working, if you're not satisfied with your job, there's 2 things you can do. Find a new job or a new way to make income. I tell everybody, y'all need a home business. Everybody needs a home business because this is fun. This is how I pay my bills. But let's say, no, you're like, no, I want a job. If you can't find a new job and you're stuck in a place that you don't like, you're going to have to change your perspective. You're going to have to look at it and find the positives. Okay? Keep a gratitude journal. What things, are you thankful for the income you make? Or is there somebody at work that really helps you get through the days? Are you thankful for that person? Is your job close to home? Does your job allow you to do things for your family? You're going to have to change and look at the blessings part of it. But I'm not going to advocate for anybody to stay in a job that they hate, because it's life sucking. It sucks the life out of you. I know, I've done it. So you have to change your perspective, or you got to get a new way of doing things. And I could help you with that. I'm just saying. Friendships. I have talked about this here on the page. I think my husband's getting ready to come in, so if you hear the dog screaming, I'll shut up for a second. Friendships. Do you have some good quality people to speak into your life? If you don't, start looking for them. Start up conversations when you're out and about. Go to some mom and me groups. Talk to somebody at the gym. Find quality people. I always say this. Find quality people on social media to connect with. Follow good pages. Start interacting with people. If you're following a page of somebody you really like, probably the people on that page are very like-minded. You can make friends that way. Get into some Facebook groups. I mentioned this on an earlier broadcast I did. I have a fantastic, thank you, Abigail. Thank you so much. I have a fantastic Facebook group that we just learn about wellness and essential oils. But we talk about all kinds of life stuff. It is centered around learning to use essential oils and learning to work on your wellness. But it's a great group of fun people. It's a great way to make friendships. Now, it is not for people that are already Young Living distributors. Because if you're already a Young Living distributor, you should have a pretty decent tribe of people to connect with. That's the cool thing about the business we do. I've made a lot of friendships through my business. But if you want to join that, you just go to melodiereynolds.com and there's a tab that says Wise Wellness Community. Fill it out and I will email you an invitation. Just be sure to check your spam to make sure you get the invitation and join. Okay, check your spam folder. But you'll immediately get an invitation to the group because it's a private community. But that's a good place to make friends, or find a group that like is into what you're into, whatever that is. If that's not for you, then find a group that it's something you are into. I'm in I'm in several groups for like Trim Healthy Mama, which is a particular lifestyle way of eating. And ain't that the truth, Rebecca? I'm trying to think of what other groups. Now, I'm not saying join a bazillion groups and spend all day in them, but like 2 or 3 really good groups that don't have drama, that don't have arguing, that don't have people pitching to you and trying to sell you all the time. Unless it's like a group that's product focused, which mine is, But, find a group that like you jive with. And people in there are going to have the same particular interest as you. So you'll be able to connect with people. Got to put yourself out there. You've got to talk to people. But I've made my very best friends here on social media. So it's a powerful tool to help you to connect. That's right at your fingertips. Okay? So look for friendships. Talk to people at church, if you don't go to church, talk to people at the gym. Just be you and talk. Make eye contact with people. Nobody does that anymore. People don't look each other in the eye anymore. If you go through Walmart, everybody's like this on their phones. Oh, I'm an introvert. So it's doable. It's doable. You might have to force yourself, but I am an introvert, believe it or not. You wouldn't think that. You're probably going, no, she's not. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, and eBay, great friends and help from other sellers. I never thought about that. Yeah. So, wherever you go, there are going to be like-minded people hanging out there. Get to know them. Talk to them. Compliment people. Everybody loves a compliment. Love your outfit today. Your hair. Women, we love to hear that we look cute. From other women. Men say it, I feel creepy. Honestly, I used to get really tickled when men told me. Now I feel creepy and I appreciate a compliment from a woman, from a female. So compliment somebody, strike up a conversation. And then fun. Find fun things to do. What do you like to do? Thank you, Abigail. What do you like to do? I love to dance. I told you that. You can make a lot of friends like taking line dancing classes. I love to bowl. Oh, I have my own bowling ball that I haven't touched in like 10 years. 10 years. It's got my name on it. I have a bowling ball with my name on it, people, and I haven't bowled in like 10 years. I've got to go bowling. I've got to make time to go bowling. And now my daughter's old enough that I think she'll like it and do it with me. But see, I haven't made it a priority. Plus, it's good exercise. So, you do? How funny. Yeah, so, listen, y'all. You got to have some fun. Life is too short to never stop and just do something for the sheer joy of it. We are not to live defeated, depressed, downtrodden lives. Jesus came, he says, to give us life abundantly. So go and live, have some fun, meet some people, do something crazy. Talk to somebody you don't know, be wild and crazy. Be goofy. I love to do, I don't know if any of you guys are on Musical.ly. A lot of 12-year-olds are on there, but I like to go on there because you lip sync and make your own music video. has absolutely no value whatsoever. I just think it's fun. It's a stress reliever. So I hope this is helpful to you. I hope you rated the 7 F's. I hope you looked at the 7 and circled your 3 lowest, or 3 of the lowest. And I want you to really spend some time, write it out, and think about how can you improve those lowest 3 areas. What can you do? This is how I find balance. I don't think balance is a real thing, but this is how I feel like, and I evaluate these. I look at these every 6 months. And you know, once I get one up where I'm feeling more satisfied, then I go look at a different area maybe that's gone down. Because we're never going to have those 7 F's perfect. You can't go, okay, I'm going to spend 1/7 of my time here, 1/7 of my time here, and it's going to be perfect, and everything's going to be balanced all the time, and I'm always going to feel really great about everything that's going on. That's not going to happen. I'll just tell you. And if you're trying to do that, you'll wear yourself out. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is to feel like you're paying attention to what's most important in your life. And if you do that, it will make you feel more balanced, more peaceful. And you'll feel like that you are giving. Thank you so much for the super heart. It will make you feel like you're giving attention to the things that matter the most. And at the end of the day, when you go to bed, you'll feel like, yeah, I did a lot of great stuff today. And I'm happy with my life. And I'm happy with where I am. And I'm feeling like I'm focusing on what's most important. So, my husband just walked in. I hope this was helpful to you guys. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think about it. Is it, do you think this makes sense? I like to hear from you. I hate when I have crickets. I like to hear from you. I like to talk to you. Is this something you think that makes sense, that would be, hey Megan, that would be a useful tool for you? That would help you to really kind of focus in on what you need to be. So let me know what you think. Make sure to share this if you found value. Invite share it on your wall and let your friends see it. And Periscope, you can still invite followers to see it or share it even after the broadcast is over. So I love you guys. I hope this is helpful, and I will see you soon. Bye.